Hi guys, in this video I want to talk about your DX lenses and your FX lenses. I talked about your crop sensor camera body and full frame sensor camera body in another video, but in this video I'm going to talk about the different lenses. Alright, so the picture on the left, you can see there's a lot of vignetting in there. That is taken with a DX lens on a full frame sensor camera, and the picture on the right is taken with a FX lens with your full frame sensor camera. So it's an important video for people who are serious about photography and they know that eventually they are going to switch to full frame sensor cameras because they're getting cheaper every day. Right now you could probably get a used full frame sensor camera for $1,500, and in future it's only going to get cheaper. So whenever you're purchasing a lens, you have to make sure that it's not a must, but if you know that you're going to switch to full frame, then make sure you know that you're going to run into this problem, because eventually you'd end up selling this lens. Okay, all right, so let me show you where I go to look for this information. Nikon makes it very easy. This is Nikon's website, and I'll take you to Canon's as well. This is Nikon's website, and they basically list all their lenses. Right here it tells you the lens format. It tells you DX or FX. So whenever I am like shopping around for a lens, first thing I look at, if it's a Nikon lens, first thing I look at, let's say I picked my focal length, let's say it's 35mm. Then I'm going to start looking if it's a DX format or FX format. If it's a DX format, I'm going to pass on that because I've already switched to full frame sensor. So if I use a DX lens on a full frame sensor, that's how the picture is going to look like. Problem with this is that people say that you can crop this. Sure, you can crop it, but it's going to mess up your composition. I'm not saying this is how I wanted to compose a shot. I just took these quickly just to show you the difference. But how do you know how much you can crop, how much you cannot crop? It's very difficult. So in the end, you're probably gonna end up never using this lens or sell it, and take a hit on it. So you're better off just purchasing the right format, in the first place. So this is your this is your Nikon's website. I went to Canon's website and I could not find any place where they tell you if it's a DX or FX format. It is a Nikon terminology, but I couldn't find anything that talks about different format. So I clicked on these links and I went inside and I looked thoroughly. I couldn't find anything. But if you go to B&H's website, here's the lens for Canon. It's made by Tamron. B&H is very good when it comes to giving the right information. Right here you'll notice it says not compatible with your digital cameras with image sensor larger than APS-C. C is for your crop sensor. So what they're saying is that if you have a full frame sensor camera, it's not compatible, meaning it's going to give you the vignetting. If you scroll down, it will tell you that all Di2 lenses, which is Tamron terminology, are not compatible with your crop sensor. So they would only work with, they're not compatible with your full frame sensor cameras, like the 1D series or 5D series. So make sure that you know about these things if you are serious about photography and eventually you're going to switch to full frame. Here's a very popular lens, Tokina 11-16, excellent lens. Right here it will tell you that not recommended for full frame, because if you do use this on full frame, you're going to have that vignette problem. Alright, so we couldn't find anything on the Canon's website, but if you go to B&H's website and you plug in the lens that you're interested in, B&H will tell you that it is good for all formats. So this is an FX lens. Canon's website does not tell you this, but I basically just copy pasted, the lens information, and B&H B&H's website will tell you that it's good for all formats. So it doesn't matter if it's crop sensor or full frame. And if you scroll down, it tells you right here that it's good for full frame, but it will work just as fine for your crop sensor um, bodies. So that's the best part, that it doesn't matter if you own a crop sensor camera or you own a full frame sensor. It will basically work for both format. But when you do switch to full frame, you are not going to have this vignetting problem. So just keep in mind whenever you're shopping for a lens, um, definitely pay attention to these formats, because in the end, when you do switch, it could hurt you. All right, hope all is well, and I'll see you guys soon.